What's going on, everyone? It's time for another big blockbuster sci-fi action franchise review. Today we're going to be talking about the Transformers movies. Now, I know I've reviewed the latest one, which was absolute garbage, but are the rest of them like that? I'm going to be going back and watching the rest that I haven't reviewed, and we're going to see how bad this franchise actually is. So, starting it off with Transformers. It was released sometime in 2007. It was directed by Michael Bay, who did films like 13 Hours, Pain and Gain, Ambulance, and Transformers: Age of Extinction. Yeah, so Transformers. Well, if you haven't, for some reason, haven't heard of this movie or seen it, it's basically Shia LaBeouf stars in it, and he plays a young teen, early 20-year-old who is who uncovers Bumblebee, which is a a transformer, and from the Autobots, and yeah, so he gets it. He gets his new car, which is Bumblebee, and he learns of the Autobots who are there to protect humankind in the Earth from the Decepticons, and no one obviously believes them until the evil guys come and start attacking Earth, and him and the Autobots have to basically go and fight them. So when I was younger, I used to think this film was awesome. Yeah, when it first came out in 2007. So yeah, I was like 12 when it came out. So yeah, what's it like watching it now? Well, first off, let's start with some of the basic filming fundamentals. The music sounds like Batman, the Batman Begins soundtrack, a lot like it. I know this one and the second one I think does too, but we'll get into that in that review. But this one by far is music's not too bad in it, and it has a lot more darker scenes in this film, especially compared to the latest one, which is pretty much all daytime. Yeah, this one is a Michael Bay movie, so you get the typical Michael Bay tropes. Now, I'm hit and miss with a lot of Michael Bay movies. When I was younger, I used to love a lot of his stuff, but now, after like reviewing movies for 4 years and things like that, yeah, so his films kind of don't really have a strong story, and like, so his writing team really try to do themselves, and it's produced by Steven Spielberg, which I love Steven Spielberg's work and stuff. So yeah, rewatching this again, I'm like, oh yeah, I remembered it being good, and I thought it was going to be a decent film. Put it on, it's okay. So yeah, you have typical blockbuster stereotype characters in this. Some of them are fleshed out, some of them aren't. There's a lot of random characters in this movie, and there's a lot of pointless potty jokes. So if you like potty humor, this one has a lot of it. A little bit taboo-ish racial jokes are in this, snuck in there too. Some of them more obvious than others, which makes it a little more amusing. But yeah, the biggest problem with this film, though, the cinematography looks like a standard big blockbuster film. It's not too bad, and the CGI is not too bad. It's kind of starting to look dated a bit in some scenes, but overall it's still acceptable. But yeah, the story and character, so most of the characters, like I said, are your typical ones. Some of them are paper thin though, with no real backstory or anything like that. And it's your typical plot, so there's not really much to go on there. It's a good popcorn flick, I'd say. But the biggest problem with this in the script is, well, there's a lot of pointless human drama, and a lot of dog fucking. Dogs hooking up and screwing each other. For some reason, they thought that was super funny and put it all throughout the film. And then, yeah, but when someone wants to go see a Transformers movie, they want to see the Transformers, which aren't really in the movie for some reason. But yeah, this movie was pretty self-explanatory watching it. It's a good popcorn flick. You can turn off your brain and just, if you like watching a good destructive film, this one has a lot of good destruction in it and stuff, and that's that. It's nothing spectacular. It's nothing groundbreaking or anything like that. And it's a reasonable 2 hours. But other than that, there's not much to this. So I'm going to give Transformers a 2.5 out of 5. It's an okay popcorn flick, but there's nothing much else there. So, but yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But if you want to check this out, I'm not sure where it's streaming or anything. I know it was on Netflix, but I don't think it's there anymore. But I'll link the trailer down below so you guys check that out. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films and review in the future. All my stories, you put the film timeline in there and some history thing or some fun fact thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below, Dirty Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below, reviews_Darius. Follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And let me know what your favorite Transformers film is in the comments. Also, make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also, see my pins and pop films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, I forgot to close off a franchise a while back. That I started a while back. I was doing the Casper films, and I have one more to do. So we're going to do that in the next one. And because I don't think I can sit through these back-to-back constantly. So, yeah, we're going to review the family-friendly Casper Meets Wendy in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. And watch out for all these alien robots coming to Earth and killing them because I'm sure the government has them already. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.